A South Texas tradition since 1964. This is Domingo Live with your hosts Rudy Trevino and Barbie Leo. Now here's Rudy and Barbie.
Thank you, Rick Garcia, for that wonderful intro. Buenos días y bienvenidos a Domingo Live, la tradición del sur de Texas.
That's
we are
right.
off to a great start por la mañana because estamos en buena compañía, right?
Claro que sí, como todos los domingos estamos en buena compañía por ustedes en casita, en sus negocios, viendo a Domingo Live como tradición.
Absolutely. Hoy por la mañana, we've got a quick hour and it's jam-packed with so much information. And, of course, como de costumbre, entretenimiento. We've got some great music. This guy named Raúl Ayala. We want you to check him out. He's done incredible. He's got some music for us that he wants to share with us. And we're going to talk about entertainment happening right here in Corpus Christi, as we do every week. There's something very special that's brewing.
Also, right around the corner, well, for many, school's already started. I know it's hard to say, it's hard to think about, but it's happening, right? Summer just flew by. And for CCISD, it will be starting very, very soon. And, you know, we want to make sure that every single student in the Coastal Bend is prepared for a successful year. And that's when the Corpus Christi Police Department get together with the community and amazing sponsors for Operation Safe Return. You're invited. We're going to give you all the details.
That's right. And we have got a special interview with someone who's become a dear friend.
Yes, he has.
We're
honored.
We're very honored. And of course, we're talking about Bishop Aviles from the Diocese of Corpus Christi. We spent some time with him earlier this week.
And he blessed us.
Yes, he did.
He sure did.
He certainly
Twice.
did. And we needed it. ¿Verdad? We needed it. But Bishop Aviles is just amazing. The stories that he has to tell, and he's a great storyteller. But we're going to get to know him a little more in the coming hour here on Domingo Live, as well as, of course, the 21st anniversary for the House of Rock.
Oh,
We've
my
got
goodness.
Casey. Casey
Love
is in the house. It wouldn't be possible without Casey. 21 years this man has done so much to transform the downtown area and the entertainment that he brings to Corpus Christi. It's amazing the story that he has to tell.
That's right, 21 years of rock, and not only that, not only rock and roll, that type of music, but all genres of music, because Casey and the House of Rock welcomes all, and I love that.
And we've got another dear friend as well. Joaquin here is going to talk to us about Joaquin into Inclusion, about the school supply drive that's going to be happening. All of this is being done for our students to prepare them for another school year.
Absolutely.
Eso y mucho más right here on Domingo Live. But what do you say we kick off the show as we do, como de costumbre, con música? Y este chavo, Raúl Ayala with Donks. Check it out.
Buenos días, feliz domingo. Les saluda Barbie Leo con su breve informativo de la semana. El año escolar ya mero comienza para los estudiantes del Distrito Escolar Independiente de Corpus Christi, CCISD. Ya deben empezar a preparar la lista de útiles escolares si no lo han hecho. El Distrito Escolar Independiente de Corpus Christi ha publicado sus listas de útiles escolares para el año nuevo. Los artículos esenciales como mochilas transparentes, lápices, colores, cuadernos, audífonos y más, y pueden encontrar las listas completas de útiles y más información sobre el regreso a clase en nuestro sitio en la red KIITV.com. Y si están preparando para las compras del regreso a clases, marque su calendario. El fin de semana anual sin impuestos de Texas se llevará a cabo el 7 hasta el 9 de agosto. Durante esos 3 días podrán ahorrar en artículos escolares como ropa, zapatos, mochilas que cumplan con los requisitos y precios sean menos de $100. Pueden encontrar más información en nuestro sitio en la red KIITV.com. Y recordándoles también de nuestro especial sobre huracanes, explicamos cómo preparar una mochila de emergencia que llevará ahí, porque es importante informar a sus seres queridos y familiares sobre sus planes si decide salir de ciudad. Este especial le ayuda a estar preparados y en cualquier tormenta en el Golfo, y también preparar su hogar. Además, detalle los pasos necesarios para organizar documentos importantes y medicamentos también, así como para planificar lo relacionado con sus mascotas. El especial sobre huracanes está disponible en 3 News Plus. Y con eso terminamos su breve informativo de la semana. Muchísimas gracias por hacernos compañía y ahora su pronóstico del tiempo.
This Domingo Live weather update is sponsored by Sames Ford.
Good morning and thank you for tuning into Domingo Live. Now, the majority of Texas is staying dry this week, and that is thanks to high pressure helping to keep us both hot and dry. And that's actually a good thing here in South Texas. While we love to see the rain, we actually don't want our soils to get pre-saturated as the floodwaters from the hill country continue to work their way downstream. Now, while I'm mentioning that, let's talk about our current river flood warnings, specifically along the Nueces River between Cotulla and Lake Corpus Christi. Right now, we're really focusing south of Tilden at the Nueces River. That's where we're expected to see a rapid rise later today. I'm going to show you the river forecast, and you'll notice that it's slightly off between observed and the forecast. Now, the River Forecast Center is still expecting a rapid rise, but we may see that major flood stage reach a little bit later than initially expected. Once it moves through Tilden, we have a little over a day before it gets to 3 Rivers. 3 Rivers is currently in a flood warning for later this week, and it's expected to get up to at least 40.2 feet. That is major flood stage, and 3 Rivers has not seen a flood like this since really 2007 or earlier. I think that's the last time they reached above 40 feet, but this flood is going to be pretty similar to the flood of 2002. So if you live in this area along the river, it is very important that you take the next couple of days to really go ahead and prep your house and move any livestock that you do have. Moving them to higher ground is going to guarantee that they stay safer during these floods. And if you do have to be out and about middle of the week when we are seeing the river over its banks and in major flood stage, you're going to want to make sure that you're not driving through any flooded roadways or bridges. Don't pass through any barricades that local officials do put out. They are expected to see major flood stage on Wednesday, but that forecast could change. Here's your 7-day forecast. While we are seeing that major flood stage midweek, we will be quite hot here in Corpus Christi and in areas further inland. We're looking at temperatures in the mid to upper 90s throughout the week.
Hope, thank you so much for that
Hope.
update.
All right, so the week of the 11th,
Yes.
that's around the corner.
Yes. Yes,
All
it is.
the rest of the schools start. Are you guys ready? I know that a lot of parents aren't, because I'm in a group text with my parent friends and they're barely asking me questions. You know, where do I go for this and where do I go for that? So we're not prepared. And we need help, Rudy. What are we going to do?
Yeah, well, we're going to turn to our CCPD friends and officers who every year get together along with so many wonderful organizations that don't even ask for recognition, but they give, they help, they put together backpacks, and that creates Operation Safe Return. Melissa Castro, along with Officer Cantu and Officer Miller, here joining us today to be part of this this wonderful effort that started out, interestingly enough, with just an idea because they knew the need existed. I can't wait to hear the story from Officer Cantu, who's been basically the backbone and started this idea so long ago. But let's start with Melissa. Melissa, welcome. Siempre una amiga del Canal 3 y Domingo Live. We're so glad that you're here with us today.
Thank you so much for having us.
Talking about Operation Safe Return.
Yes, yes.
¿Qué año es este? What year?
This is the 15th annual.
Wow.
And then that's not even counting the years when they started it at, you know, like we were saying, he's the OG over here of the Operation Safe Return. But yeah, this is the way that it is a 15th annual.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, how it started, Officer Cantu, was with, you were saying, 100 backpacks out of someone's truck?
Well, just before that, my wife worked for a different health plan, and they were doing a back to school safety fair at Moody High School, and that's where it kind of got started. And from there, we wanted to include all the other schools and stuff like that. So we basically started asking officers for money and doing little raffles and stuff like that. And we were able to raise a couple $100 and went to Walmart and bought a whole bunch of school supplies. And we had our first one at West Guth Park.
And this is all on your time.
Yes, yeah.
On all the officers' time.
Yeah.
They did it on their own.
Yeah, we did. You know, we saw that kids that didn't have supplies and weren't ready to start school were more likely to be causing problems, which in turn called police over to deal with unruly kids. And so we wanted to make sure that our kids were prepared for school and they felt confident to start the school year. Yeah. And so that's how it started. And now, you know, we're helping 3,000-4,000 kids. Yeah. It's amazing.
And we were talking during the break that, you know, each backpack, just last year, the cost of what you need, just the basics with a backpack and the supplies were about, what, $150?
Yeah, $125.
You know, it went up. Of course, it goes up every year. And if a family has 2 or 3 kids, it's a lot. You know, it's a lot.
Yes.
Of stress and anxiety and worry, and they want to make sure that all the kids are prepared. So CCPD, of course, with amazing sponsors, get together for Operation Safe Return, and the event is already this coming Saturday.
Yes, it's this coming Saturday. So again, you know, we're inviting everyone out there. You know, we have the, we're going to be set up again with the physicals, with the immunizations. Make sure, parents, when you do come in and you do want to take part in the immunizations, that you bring the records, just so that way the medical staff will know. But, you know, we've got 3,000 backpacks, and then, like I said, all our vendors, 145, we've actually added some tables because we had some waiting. We've also, like I said, if it isn't for our sponsors, we even added sponsors this year, which is a blessing.
That's a good problem.
Yes, it is.
But now we do want everything to run smoothly.
Yes.
So you have a special bingo that.
Yes, we do.
Explain to us how that works.
So we have the bingo card, and I think that they'll show it on there. But what it is so this is handed out to the people when they come in. You have to have this completed in order for your child to claim their backpack at the end, right? So a lot of times what they do is they come in and they all line up, of course, at the KIII table. And then one of the other larger vendors.
We're going to be out there. We're going to have fun.
Yes, but what it is this, you can fill this in any order. So there's 145 vendors, so we invite everyone to go different areas, and that way it doesn't get so congested, and it's able to run more smoothly. But, we, like, you know, Officer Cantu was saying, it's an incredible event. We've got the Selena Foundation, as you were saying, that don't even
folks, Suzette,
they don't like any kind of attention, but like
bless their hearts.
Yes, we've lost, you know, sponsors because of COVID and all.
Sure.
And they helped us out immensely. And we've got Driscoll Health Plan, we've got Sitka, we've got Valero has joined us this year.
Great folks.
Del Mar EDU has joined us as well. Krista's Health Spa. So we are just, you know, but again, they know the need. They know the impact that our event does. So, we had 3,700 people last year.
We're looking forward to this event. Save the date, everybody. Operation Safe Return this Saturday, el día 1 de agosto, comenzando a las 10 de la mañana hasta las 2 de la tarde at the Hilliard Center. And if you would like more information, we will have all the information after Domingo Live on our website at KIIITV.com.
Final word, Officer Miller, thoughts?
It's going to be fun.
There you go.
A good outcome.
Look for Officer Miller, everybody, and take a picture with Officer Miller.
Please.
Okay, once again, here on Domingo Live, we got Raul Ayala, laundry on the floor. Check this out.
Promise not to stay, I told you with the song. You told me it was fine, you told me tried and true, but you never told me I would end up back with you. Everything was fine, everything was still, everything was light. Then you surprised me with your presence and I dropped my laundry on the floor. Can't take it anymore. For sure, love to you was just a chore. Now you're knocking at my door. Now you're knocking at my door. To the lady with the baby on her shoulder, 'cause she pawned away her strollers. It's too late, she getting older. It's too late again, I told her. I said, I wanna go to bed. It's too late for me anyways, won't be home till 3 a.m. What he sees, he raps, he's me, and that's a fact. I meant it when I said it, that there ain't no coming back. 'Cause acting rude and I drop my laundry on the floor. Can't take it anymore. Said you could do this for sure, for sure, for sure. Love to you was just a chore. Now you're knocking at my door.
Welcome back to Domingo Live. Certainly hope you're having a great Sunday morning. It is absolutely beautiful out there. It's a little warm. Going to be warm, as Hope said.
Yes.
But, you
Eso
know,
no
stay
se va a ir.
hydrated, and stay cool.
Absolutely.
We're going to talk again about another subject. This is the same subject, but in a different twist. We've got folks who have come out from the community to continue to help students who are headed back to school. In this case, we're talking about Joaquin Into Inclusion School Supply Drive. We've got Joaquin Rangel and Alex Arredondo who are here to talk to us about their effort to reach more students. And as we said with the police officers just a few minutes ago, there are so many out there. We can't do enough for all of our students. So welcome, good to have you guys here.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
So let's talk about this one. When's it happening and where?
We're going to be doing this August 9th over at Alex's restaurant, El Vago.
Yes.
This is off of Barrera. Last year we gave away 350 backpacks, and this year we're hoping to do the exact same. And these backpacks are also filled with school supplies.
Now, you know, El Vago is known not only for his amazing food, but also for giving back to the community. If someone's hungry and they go to El Vago, they get a free meal. And I don't think a lot of people know that. These kids, especially during the summer, that don't get those, you know, the food from school, the breakfast and the lunch, sometimes they don't get food, you know, until their, you know, parents or their loved ones come home. And, you know, throughout the day they can go to El Vago. They know that they can go to you.
Yes, ma'am.
So amazing. Thank you so much for being that person and for doing that for the community.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we feed anywhere between 80 to 150 kids a day.
Gosh.
Yeah. And you do this on your own?
Yes, sir, on my own. We get a few donations from people from around Corpus and stuff, but it's, you know, it helps out a lot, man.
It really does. And you see the need firsthand.
Yes, sir.
Y el agradecimiento that you see in their eyes, especially when they take that first bite into your delicious food, is amazing. It really, really is amazing. Pero la cosa es que estás bendiciendo a otros.
Sí.
And that's what you want, and that's what we're trying to do here. The idea, the inspiration, Joaquin, tell me about that.
Yeah, so just growing up in Alice myself, not a very rich community of people that know the city, and we know that there's a huge need out there. A lot of people who just can't get their kids' school supplies, and we want to be able to fill that gap. And that's kind of just where this came from, is how can we help?
Yeah.
Tell us more about Joaquin Into Inclusion and its mission.
Yeah, so we are a special needs focused nonprofit. Our whole thing is helping kids with disabilities have the best educational experience possible. We do this by helping teachers with our inclusive learning labs. We have all of that online. We're doing the videos for that right now. And then we help parents navigate the educational system if they have a child with a disability. This is also all online on our website, ji2.org. You can go over there and you'll be able to find all those resources.
Now, along with this event at El Vago, is there a concert or is a concert going to be there?
Yeah, so we're doing two concerts.
Okay.
We're going to have them over at House of Rock. We have one of this. Yeah, we have one this Saturday next Saturday with Raul Ayala and Neapolitan. They're going to be over at House of Rock August 1st. And then August 6th, we're going to have our Warped Tour night also at House of Rock.
Perfect.
Very cool. Once again, this event happening when and where?
This will be August 9th over at El Vago.
Okay, and El Vago is located, let's give us approximate details.
4701 Barrera Drive off West Point.
Off West Point, right there. And that is easy to get to, in and out. El Vago is right there. You know, if you know El Vago, you know exactly where it's going to be happening.
Absolutely.
And come hungry. Vago's going to be ready to sell some great food. And some of the dishes that you have to offer are?
Man, we have a lot of stuff. We have brisket enchiladas certain days. Today we have mollejas.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, goodness.
Brisket. Man, we have all kinds of stuff.
I love that. Now, if for those of you that are watching and want to donate to whether it's the supply drive or to El Vago, you know, food or money so you can continue to serve the community, please do so. You can do it at any time throughout the year. They're always accepting donations, monetary or anything else.
Joaquin, Alex, thank you so much, you guys, for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate
it. Thank you for everything that you do for the community. We appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am.
We do.
Thank you all.
All right, more music. In this case, tenemos a new album from Ra, the band. This one's called Sense.
And I just wanna
This is the Sense Store. That was our next song.
Welcome back to Domingo Live. This week we had a visitor here to
A
Channel
very
3.
special
Very special visitor. Bishop Aviles, the Bishop of the Diocese of Corpus Christi, spent some time with us here at the studio at Channel 3, and we had a great time.
We sure did.
Really did.
He shared all about his priesthood, how he started his priesthood. He actually celebrated 28 years of being a priest in priesthood, and shared so many personal, wonderful stories. And a very special moment with one of Rudy's family members.
Absolutely. We're going to see this right here in this video that we shot for you, and we want to share it with you this morning.
El poder hacer eso, en hacer la diferencia en el mundo, no hacer lo que todo el mundo hace, porque a veces nos acostumbramos mucho a hacer lo que todo el mundo hace, ¿no? Pues es que nadie es amable, entonces pues yo tampoco, ¿no? A veces yo lo veo en cosas muy sencillas, ¿no? Cuando vas a una gasolinera y pasas a comprar un refresco y alguien que va a entrar antes que tú se detiene y abre la puerta, ¿no? Y yo digo, bueno, pues es que me ven viejito, ¿no? Y ven que soy padre y son amables. Pero cuando lo veo que lo hacen con otra gente, digo, qué bueno, estos son signos que nos hacen seguir siendo humanos, que nos hacen pensar en el otro, que nunca he visto y nunca más lo voy a ver, ¿no? El que viene detrás de mí al entrar a una tienda de conveniencia y detengo la puerta o me detengo para que pase o saludo, ¿no? Cuando entramos a un elevador y todo el mundo está callado, todo el mundo viendo los números pasando y entra alguien y dice buenos días y hasta uno ve que se rompe. Esas cosas creo que son muy importantes y hay que enseñárselas a nuestros niños y tenemos que educar a nuestros niños y nuestros jóvenes en esto.
Y usted tiene un perfecto buen ejemplo porque durante una de sus visitas a la parroquia mía, el parish, es en Vivio. Y ahí estuvo mi familia, mi hermana y mi papá, que tiene 99 años. Y usted hizo algo que pues todo el mundo ahí se quedó sorprendido, porque usted notó que mi papá traía sus zapatos y una de las cintas no estaba abrochada.
No estaban abarradas, sí.
Y usted, pensamos todos, eso, ¿sabe qué es? Vale más que se abroche porque puede caer. Usted no, usted se humilló y le abrochó el cinto de mi papá. Y por eso le doy las gracias, pero al mismo tiempo es un ejemplo del carácter que usted tiene y lo que trae a nosotros aquí en Corpus Christi, en la región del diócesis de Corpus Christi. Usted lo está viviendo y nos está enseñando, por ejemplo.
Sí,
Le
pues,
doy las gracias.
no, de nada, Rudy. No sabía que era tu papá, pero como quiera lo hubiera hecho con cualquier persona, ¿no? Pero creo que eso es algo que tenemos que tener todos muy en cuenta y no por esta acción que hice yo, pero si todos podemos hacer esos pequeños detalles, ¿no? Y reconocer a nuestro hermano que está ahí y no dejar de estar tan ocupado, porque estamos tan ocupados que a veces nos olvidamos que hay otras personas, ¿no? Y en el caso de tu papá, pues yo dije, pues trae la agujeta desamarrada y se va a voltear, se va a caer y después pues se va a hacer daño y su familia va a estar triste y es un señor mayor y pues hay que aborcharle los zapatos.
Pero eso,
que
es
se
algo
caiga.
eso es algo que vino de su mamá y su papá, ¿verdad? Ellos lo crearon que hiciera algo así. O sea, ellos fueron el ejemplo para usted. Así es como nosotros como padres tenemos que ser ejemplos para nuestros hijos.
Sí.
Certainly a memorable interview, and it's just un cachito,
You know,
just a little part.
and you're so right what you said. It says so much about his character, Bishop Aviles, his character by doing something like that, and so humble. And that's what we saw, and that's what we got to know. Such a humble person. We're so lucky to have him here in our diocese.
We certainly are very fortunate. If you want to see the rest of the interview, the complete interview, the uncut interview, you can check it out on 3 News Plus. It's there anytime you want to watch it, 24/7, always for you. Okay? Regresamos con más música, más información after this. Stick around.
Welcome back to Domingo Live. Muchísimas gracias por estar con nosotros. Mark your calendar, South Texas. El día 28 de julio, celebrating 21 years of rocking. Talking about the House of Rock. We have our good friend Casey Lane here with us on Domingo Live. You're a true friend of Domingo Live, so welcome back to Domingo Live. We are so happy to celebrate with you. 21 years, Casey.
Yeah, thanks for having me. You guys have been supporting since
Y'all are
the
finally
beginning.
legal. Y'all are finally
great.
legal.
Yeah, we're here. We made it. We made it. We made it. It's good.
What a dream it must have been when you decided to start this 21 years ago. What were you thinking? What was your thinking at the time?
You know, I had some experience downtown working for the Executive Surf Club and in music, and always been a huge music fan. I was never someone who could produce music, and so I was able to support it on the other side of the business. Worked for Concrete Street Amphitheater for a couple of years, and when the House Rock spot, became available, I had some partners open it up actually, and they kind of bring me in as the things got rolling, and just having a spot that we can go and be entertained, and we can bring in touring acts as well as support local acts, and really focus on original music and give people that have that artistic freedom to get up on a stage and produce. And we hope that people would see it the same way we did and come out, and it's worked for us. Corpus has been great.
Now, throughout the 21 years, I know that you've come across amazing acts and amazing artists. If you could just name drop a few. I know you were talking about Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah. From when you played, you were talking about the Memorial Coliseum. Jaime Zamora got a photo of them that we're going to set up on our wall. We have a little collection of Corpus history that we're adding to. But tons of good bands have come through. It's hard. We've got everything from rock and reggae. But we've had Steve Earle through. We've had Todd Snyder, who's a songwriter who recently passed away this past year. Is a legend. Billy Joe Shaver. And the Americana stuff, all the way to Gwar, some heavy metal and some rock and roll. We've had, kind of a wide spectrum of bands come through there. Sarah Bareilles came through years ago before she even got a Grammy and kind of blew up. So, we're that perfect size venue where you can get intimate and close and personal with the band. You never know who the next big band's going to be, but we have fun, whether they're going to be the next big one or if it's, regional or Texas entertainment. It's fun. It's a good environment.
It's become quite the landmark. I mean, people know it throughout the state of Texas, and they know that the House of Rock is the place to go because you're going to hear original music. And that right there, I think, is key, right? To bring in some of those artists that may not get an opportunity to go out and perform and show their stuff.
Yeah, 100%. One of we talk about, we've got the second longest running open mic on all of Corpus on every Tuesday, and it's anybody can come perform, whether it's music or comedy, any genre, everybody's welcome. And Matt Martinez has been hosting that for almost since we've been open at this point, and so we've always felt like we've got a stage and we've got a creative community, and so giving people that shot has always been, you got to get that first shot right. And
absolutely.
You can come to House of Rock and do that, and hopefully grow into a Thursday night or a Friday night, and maybe tour.
So Casey, for that day, for your 21st anniversary, what's the lineup?
So we've got actually 14 different entertainers, from comedians to musicians to full bands. Doors open at 5 o'clock, and it's going to run all the way until midnight. We've got a variety of genres, from songwriters all the way up to rock and roll bands, a little bit of punk rock, and like I said, some comedians as well. It's happening on Tuesday, which is normally our open mic night. So Matt is going to continue to host this Tuesday, every Tuesday. We've got a few artists that we've actually pulled out of open mic that we've added to the bill and putting them on a show. So really, it's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, it's a party, so we're going to have some food and drink and everything else with it, and just lots of live music and entertainment.
Very good. We look forward to it. Casey, always an honor to have you here with us on Domingo Live. Aquí está tu casa. Su casa is right here.
Thank you very much. Likewise.
One of the bands that's going to be performing, one of the guys that's going to be performing is Raul Ayala. We've got him featured here in a video that he left for us. So we're going to share this with everybody out there that's watching.
Sure, he's great. Thank you.
Absolutely. Do you? And the name of the artist is Raul Ayala. Check it out.